Hey friends, welcome back to another speed build. Today I am building a house in Brindleton Bay on the Dotson's Creek lot, which is funny. I don't know if I've ever noticed the name of this lot. Because yeah, obviously it's a play on Dawson's Creek, that TV show from the 90s. So yeah, and I wanted to build a starter house today, so that's what we're doing. And this ends up being 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, so pretty good size. And yeah, I think it's pretty well furnished overall, at least for a starter, in my opinion. I wasn't able to get a computer or a TV. I think those are probably the biggest things that are lacking. But hopefully, you know, if you want to download this and play in it, you can add those items later on, you know, once you've saved up a little bit of money. But yeah, this house will also be very pet friendly. I put in pet bowls, toys, and one of the kind of climbing frames for cats. I don't know if I actually put in any pet beds though, so you might need to add that if you want. But yeah, I mean, the pets can obviously sleep wherever. They don't necessarily need one. But yeah, so building this in Brindleton Bay, and I wanted it to feel like it fit into the world, so I went with this very Cape Cod sort of feel to it, and I don't know, I think it turned out really nicely. I think it looks very cute, if I do say so myself. You'll have to let me know what you think of this build. And I also wanted to use, you know, just like a couple of packs for this. I didn't want to go crazy with packs since I've been doing that a lot lately, so I thought I would do something a little bit more constrained, which I actually kind of like doing because, I don't know, I think it makes you have to be more creative with the items that you're using. So yeah, so I ended up using cats and dogs, my first pet stuff, and werewolves, because I wanted to use an expansion, a game pack, and a stuff pack. And if you aren't aware, all of the packs are on sale right now for the holidays. I think through like January something. I don't know what date. So best check it out as soon as possible if you're interested in picking up anything. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to use some packs that were very on sale, because some of the newer ones, like you know, like For Rent, obviously, like they're not gonna discount that one yet. And some of the other newer ones aren't discounted quite as well. But yeah, the 3 that I'm using today are as discounted as they are doing for any of the packs. And I do also end up using a lot of base game, just since not all of the packs have every kind of item in them. Like the 3 that I chose, they don't have any kitchen stuff really, so no counters or appliances. So just base game, and I just kind of went with the really boring white kitchen with these counters because I wanted it to, you know, be cheap. But then I added in a pop of color with the bar stools, so hopefully that breaks it up a little bit. I could have used, you know, I could have used different colors for the counters and stuff, but I just don't think they would have looked as nice in here. I did try to use kind of like the more tan beige color, but I think the white looks better. It kind of matches in with the wood paneling that I used, which the wallpaper is also from Cats and Dogs, so I tried to use some of the flooring and wallpapers and all of that from the packs. And yeah, I ended up using these dining chairs from Werewolves. I don't think I've ever used those before, and I kind of like them. Especially, you know, I like that they have like just kind of solid colored swatches, and then also some more like some swatches that look like the paint's been like worn down or, you know, scratched off or whatever. So that's nice. So yeah, use those. And this is the primary bedroom down here. Just use the same sort of wallpaper from Cats and Dogs, and then this base game bed. Just because the beds from Cats and Dogs were really expensive, so I didn't want to use one of those in here. But I did want to use something a little bit nicer than like the cheapest bed. So I think this one fit in fairly well. And those suitcases are from Werewolves. So I thought those looked nice in here. And yeah, just used, I ended up using a base game rug. The one I was going to use before, I liked the colors in it, but it was just feeling like a lot of different patterns between the rug and the bedspread and the wallpaper. So I just use something a little bit more neutral. And I was going to put a desk in that bedroom because ideally I would have liked to have put a computer in here. And maybe I could have if I had, cut some other things, but, I didn't. So here we are. And then, yeah, I just have a full bathroom downstairs, and there will also be a full bathroom upstairs. So 2 bathrooms total. And yeah, I tried to make it look a little bit more interesting with kind of the teal turquoise tiled wall covering or whatever. And then I put in a pet bowl and yeah, just painting the stairs. And this whole build came together pretty quickly. I think it was only maybe like an hour and a half to do, which is pretty nice. That's definitely one of the benefits of only using a couple of packs, because then I don't have quite as much decision paralysis trying to sort through the entire catalog to decide what I want to use. So yeah, that's always nice. And yeah, now moving upstairs, just have this kind of small landing. I didn't put anything on it. There's not a lot of space for items, but yeah. And then I did a kid's bedroom and then a toddler bedroom, just because I really wanted to use the toddler bed from Werewolves. That's like really cute. So yeah, I'll use that a little bit later. And the bathroom is fairly similar to downstairs. I just do a tub in this one instead of a shower since it's for a toddler. I thought that would be useful for gameplay. And I couldn't afford the combo shower tub, so just a plain bathtub, but you can always upgrade that later if you decide to play in this. And yeah, moving over to the kids' bedroom, I really like this penguin wallpaper that I used. I think it's really cute. So yeah, and then at first I was just using like base game furniture, and then I realized that I was supposed to be using My First Pet stuff. So I do go back and switch some of that out in a minute. But yeah, for the toddler room, yeah, I use that really great toddler bed from Werewolves. And yeah, so for the My First Pet stuff furniture, it's actually pretty expensive, at least compared to the base game stuff. So that took a bit more of the budget than I would have liked, but I hadn't really used anything else from that pack, so I thought it would probably be best if I used at least something from it. And then I also used this bookcase that took me 20 minutes to pick a swatch for some reason. And yeah, I wanted to make sure that there were, plenty of toys for the kids. So I have the cat version of Blarfy. I always forget what the names of the other giant stuffed animals are. But yeah, I think that cat one's pretty cute. So then the next build that I have coming out is the Monty Ranch, which is part of my Rebuilding The Sims 2 in The Sims 4 series. And I'm really excited about it. I think it turned out really nicely. I'm excited to share it with you all. The Sims 2 version is kind of, honestly, it's a little lackluster. I think they could have done a lot more with it. So I ended up using a lot of like horse ranch stuff and nectar making, and I created a vineyard and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I think hopefully you'll like it. But yeah, that should be coming out on Tuesday. And yeah, just kind of working on the outside of the build now. I think the whole inside is done. And yeah, for the landscaping, it ends up being fairly symmetrical, at least in the front. I think the back too, at least right next to the house. Just because the house itself is very symmetrical. It kind of looks the same on both sides. So yeah, just kind of skipped ahead and pulled out a bunch of plants and trying to figure out where to put them all. And like I said, I just do the same on both sides. So just to keep it simple, and it's all debugged. So this was, all free stuff, which always helps with the budget, of course. And the nice thing about these shorter builds is that I don't have to speed the footage up quite as much. So this is only 6 times speed, and normally I do 8 times speed. So if it feels a little bit slower than normal, that's why. But yeah, I didn't think it was super necessary to speed it up all the way, since it's not a very long build. And yeah, for the back, just put in a little deck. And it was kind of funny, making the stairs wider was actually cheaper than putting fence where they would go. I think the stairs were only $20 to move over one, whereas the fence was $27. So I just made the stairs go all the way across. So yeah, kind of a little tip for you if you're really strapped for cash, to see if the fence is more expensive than just making the stairs wider. And I did use terrain paint on this, and it seems to have actually stayed. It didn't delete like it has been. So I don't know if they fixed that bug or if I'm just lucky. But I've also used terrain paint on the Monty Ranch build that I'm doing, and that seems to be working fine as well. So fingers crossed that they actually fix the bug and that won't be happening anymore. Yeah, so just do a small patio out here with some planters. I was gonna put in a barbecue, but they're all really expensive, at least for the budget that I had. I didn't think it was super worth it. But yeah, I do put in this pet toy holder thing, and then I put in the cat tree inside, kind of rearrange a little bit. And I'll also, outside, I'll put in a couple of sun loungers, just because I don't really use those that often. And I think that's, you know, a little bit, well, it's like just another more gameplay item than just a regular table and chairs. So a little bit more interesting, since your Sims can like sunbathe on them and get sunburnt, which is kind of funny. That's basically the story of my life. If I'm outside for more than 48 seconds, I get burnt. So, and now I'm just finishing up with the lighting on the lot. I was going to use the outdoor wall lights from Cats and Dogs, but they gave off almost no light, so kind of useless. I really wish they would go back and like recalibrate some of the lights in this game, because some of them are not very good. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for me. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I know there's a bunch of things you could be doing instead, so I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. That helps a lot. And subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you so much. Have a happy New Year's.